I already ate my food before the stream.
I'm good to go. Let's do this.
All right, are we live?
Party's on.
We just messing around before the stream even starts. I can't run YouTube and this at the same time.
Yep,
Computer doesn't like it. So
that's what I'm having.
You got the vibrations. Yeah, I just got it too. So we are live. Sharon is in the house and hit the like button. I appreciate that.
I was trying to figure out what the heck was going on.
Good. We always have those great. What was that, Trent?
What? Maybe anyone else making sure everybody got the vibrations of the think tank.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's all over the place though, isn't it? That is loud. All right, so let's say hello to some people. We got lots of people already hanging out. Crown Till Half Moon came in at 11:33 p.m. And said hello. So he's the earliest one in the chat. Then we got some Lefty 321 mosquito. If anyone watched my live stream on Sunday, I was just catching mosquitoes the whole stream. We got Kevin in the house. We got Sharon, of course. Don. We've got Dragon Lair. Let's see who else. We got M&L. Got a lot of great people. M&L says, Guppy Guru, congratulations on being the Aquarium Co-op playlist. I really appreciate that. That was absolutely mind-blowing. And I have to thank, went the right way. I have to thank these two guys for that. Without them, I couldn't do half the things that I have done. So big shout out to them. They're awesome. I think it's definitely the way to get some things in the right spots.
Where you at? 945 subscribers. You're still not at that 1,000?
Not quite.
Yeah, I was hoping like maybe we could hit the 1K during the stream.
That would be cool. Also, I'm showing off my microphone to Lefty just because, you know, I got to show off.
All right. If we're man, I'm gonna end up breaking something.
Yeah, the professionalness that's happening in the think tank is getting crazy. We're getting out of control, everybody.
Mine's white, but if I take the cover off of it, it's never going to go back on again. So it's not happening.
Let's see. You can't see my microphone because I don't want to. Oh, I'm hard to hear. Oops.
It's because you're the most professional on a boomstick.
I just turned my amplifier up, so hopefully that helps.
About time.
Ooh, that is much better.
Oh, definitely hear you. Okay. Well, you didn't tell me in the sound check before.
Okay, great. I could hear you fine. It was just one of those things that could other people. I don't know. All right, so it looks like let's see, guys came in. Hasn't been even an hour yet. Y'all can't derail. Yes, we can. We can do it.
It has been 3 minutes and 24 seconds. I am impressed with that time.
Yeah, and we already don't do it. You know, like if everyone could join. Yeah, I mean, this is what we do all day. We just message back and forth. Michael with his super long like paragraph messages that he does his talk to text, and then you guys will have like 100 different messages back and forth, and then I come in with one message that answers 50 of them. Absolutely incredible. But that's our think tank.
My thumbs hurt.
Part about though is that Michael's starting to do he sends us a photo. Sorry, I just needed a quick photo drop. Nothing to do with you guys. Just needed to put it in there. Yeah. We've turned into his side.
It's just easier than sending to Google Drive and downloading, and you know, especially with like throwing some B-roll footage of like a crappy shot of my air pumps up here. I don't need to, you know, have this super high definition one. I always forget, and so I'm just like, I just send it to them because your message is usually up, so I just download it and it makes it easy. But then you guys get a sneak peek of the good entertainment on YouTube. So.
That's right. Yeah, because ours is all garbage.
I carry the whole think tank.
Yep, it's true.
With how many?
Walking on Michael.
I'm just gonna let my ego get a little bit big.
Ooh. Okay, and if anyone doesn't know, there's been some kicking going on lately. Trent's last live stream messing with that guy. This guy was messing with this guy. It's been fun. We all love each other though.
Oh, just wait for one of my videos
Uh,
I got coming up. I take a nice fun jab at Michael, and I'm definitely interested to see how he answers back with it.
Maybe I just won't.
But
watch
you had to ask him. You know, you asked him if it was okay. So it's like, it's not like you're just doing it for the fun of it.
No. Yeah, no, it's all in good fun. But like, it's over this, so it's gonna be a fun video.
AKA the best filters on the planet.
What was that garbage?
Best filters on the planet.
You didn't even answer. You didn't even answer back on that one. Oh.
See, I've got two of them
All
running.
right, so it
one.
looks like
Ooh, I can't. I don't know which way to go. One right
Kevin's
there,
on,
and one right there.
Patrick.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, if anyone did your video come today or was it last night?
Which one? Oh, you were breaking up really bad.
Oh, was I? Probably the internet. Michael, did your video come out today or last night?
I put it up last night because I just put it up as soon as I finished editing it. I'm just trying to get back into the swing of uploading videos versus I'll get to my schedule eventually.
Yeah.
But and no,
So
it's
that
not
one
one of the
explains
cheap
your
plastic corner ones. It's the Lee's ones. They're the cheap non-corner ones.
This is the Lee's corner box filter, so it is a legit Lee's, but
It's not the triangle ones. It's a square one.
let's say I'm glad that Michael's
and
making a shirt.
he makes some good stuff, though. Oh man. All right, let's see. So we're missing a lot in the chat here, guys.
Are we? I'm not even.
We've
paying attention.
definitely gone off. Evan said that he noticed that SpongeBob and Patrick have moved, and that yes, they have moved. I told you, Kevin, that they would. So every stream, Patrick and SpongeBob will be 2 different places. So just keep your eyes out for them. So you win. Congratulations, Kevin. You win nothing. Just a round of applause from me today. That's probably really loud in the microphone. Mike is how the HC Aqua Blue Guppies are doing. The blue metalheads are awesome. They are absolutely incredible. They're doing great. Doing great. What about you guys? Anything new in the fish room on your ends? About?
Everything.
Well, I mean, Trent actually has his fish room.
He actually has some water now.
I have fish as well.
Yeah.
That's not the important part. The water's what I care about.
Okay, I'm glad we you want to count together then? We can do just like a Sesame Street episode.
1 tank, 2 tank. What is it? 1 fish, 2 fish, 3 fish, blue fish, red fish, blue fish. I don't even know what that is.
See, the fun part is we actually already have
Red fish,
fry
blue fish.
in the fish room. That's what I'm really happy about.
I mean, every time you move fish around, you always get a fry drop, though, because of the water change, which is awesome.
I'm just calling it the magic of the new fish room. Nobody cares about water, except Michael.
Yeah, just me.
The rice racks are paying off already, huh?
It's kind of turned into the rice tubs, and those are awesome. I'm really happy how those turned out. I think we talked about a little bit my gold Madakas. Those things are going to be popping up at fry any day now. I believe the oranges will have fry, but the Pearl Galaxies, nobody was carrying eggs yet. So I honestly, I don't know. I don't know if that's the weird Madaka to breed, because I know I'm not the only one that's struggling to get fry out of those lately.
Yeah, I've had a little bit of
Out of the
issue there.
pearls?
Yeah, my pearl. I have never had my pearls carry eggs yet.
Wonder if you're doing something wrong.
He
Well,
probably is. It's Trent.
No, I'm kidding.
We'll have to talk to a backyard.
You also did give me your daisies. So now I actually have rice fish in the guppy garage, which is pretty cool.
It's true.
We got lots of things going on in all of our rooms. Michael's moving minnows around. He's got all the ponds outside. Trent's got a pond.
I need to go buy fish.
I have
I
a
was going to go buy
hole
fish
that
today.
Yeah, you still have time. It's still what? It's only 5-10 your time. You're good.
Most of the stores close at 5.
Do they? Oh yeah, COVID.
Yep, exactly.
Sharon asked you, Trent, when are you getting a tour?
As soon as Guppy Guru comes over and does it.
I don't know. I'm trying to beat him out there.
I've kind of given Guppy Guru, but if Michael gets here first, they kind of have the rights to the first official tour of the fish room, and then later on I'll release my own of the actual tour of the fish room. Probably when I fill up all the racks, because the rack to the side of me is still empty. I still need to buy some tanks for that.
Well, you just cleaned out the other room, so now you have more tanks to move around.
Well, the 5 tanks I'll be bringing down from that will actually fill the original Husky rack. Then I need an additional 6 to fill the other rack. So I still have, 11 tanks to come down here?
You're bringing, how many were up then? 15?
11. I had 11 tanks shoved off into that little corner.
That's a lot of tanks.
Yeah, that was it was a laundry room. It was a
awesome.
corner of a laundry room, everybody.
And it cleaned up well. You can never even tell I was there.
Nope, you can't. The first time I went to the laundry room, I was like, oh my goodness, I did not think all these tanks were in this room.
Oh, cool.
Crazy. And now he has a whole fish room.
And I can reach everything for where I'm sitting, too.
All right. Guppy Boy wants to know how your guppies are doing, Mike.
Oh, my guppies? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not paying attention to the chat. I should probably pay attention to the chat. Let's see. The I'm on like 2 hours of sleep for everyone, so I'm just like half here. I'm like half awake, half not. They're doing good. They're still living with a bunch of platy fry, and because I didn't realize I put the platies you sent me into that tank because I had other platies there, and then I decided to just move them all up to 75 when I got the guppies, but I didn't realize one of the females you sent me had dropped fry already, so there's a good couple dozen fry in there that are growing up that I need to net out still, but yeah, I don't think they've dropped any guppy fry yet, but the female's like huge. At least I haven't looked at her today, but yesterday she was giant, so I should be getting some guppy fry soon. Hopefully I can keep these ones.
And those kois, when they drop fry, are crazy.
Oh yeah.
You get like the 60 in a drop.
Oh yeah, hopefully.
So Kevin yesterday on the stream was saying remember that leech thing, that weird snake leech that you had in your tank, Mike?
Oh yeah, the like worm thing.
Yeah, so he's getting very similar to that in his tank. We wanted to know how you got rid of yours.
I put fish in the tank that ate them, or I picked them out by hand when I saw them. Because for a while, the biggest problem I had when I had a bunch of them was it was just a shrimp tank. And so that's why I threw the white cloud minnows in there originally, is because I was tired of seeing all the little worms in that. Once I threw them in there, I would see one every now and then, like kind of tucked in the corner, but yeah. So ever since that beta fish has been in there, I haven't seen any of them. So just get yourself a good
that video you sent us, that thing was crazy.
Yeah, and I tried. Yeah, I tried dog dewormer and a couple other like planaria traps and things like that, and I don't know what it was like 2 inches long and like a little bit thicker than a spaghetti noodle. It was big for what it was in there. But
and the video of it was like all over your tank too. It was nuts.
Oh yeah, it would be like in one spot, and then all of a sudden it would just take off and just be all over the place until it decided to stop. It was weird.
Did you actually ever confirm what that was?
Kevin, was that?
Nope, no idea. Have no idea.
And we will never know.
Yeah, probably.
Because the betta eats them all.
Pretty much.
Alrighty.
So what's new for you, Peter? What do you
we don't have any. Oh, what do I got? Well, I got the new fish from you. So I got a couple of the, what are they, the Daisy Blue Rice fish. Those are awesome. So I got 5. I picked up 3 from the waterfront, which is a new fish store here in Salt Lake. And I picked up some, I think 9 or 10 of the Pedicory cats, which are awesome little fish. I got the Carbensis over here from Michael, and that right there. Let's see. Oh, we've got some killifish fry, which is pretty cool. My Gardner Achilles they didn't know about, and I've got some fry in the tank. So that's fun. I'm pretty sure my clown killies are laying eggs right now. The female keeps darting in and out of the mop up there. I did end up putting the carbon cube into another tank because I wanted to see if it was actually garbage or if it was just not garbage, and it's still garbage, so don't buy it.
I was there for
I had it, so I might as well just use
some testing on that when I was there in person. That thing is, I will agree with Peter. It's garbage. It's not good.
It's weird. Yeah, it's weird. Literally, I dropped it in the tank when you were here, and it looks like baking soda got thrown into a tank. It just isn't right. It's not right. The Epistogrammas are doing well. I put my peepers in the 75, which is really a great option. I love doing that. They're having a blast in there. Not much else. Did I lose you guys?
No, you're here.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, you're still here.
Is the chat frozen?
Okay. Yeah, it said it was buffering. So that StreamYard, it happens every once in a while.
Yeah, I can see your chats popping up, Trent.
Okay, so we're making contact.
Yeah.
We're good. And then Lefty said, just got another $100 worth of fish food from the co-op to try. Awesome. That is awesome. Yeah, I just got a box in actually today, USPS box from Extreme Fish Food. So I'm super excited about that. So some of this food behind me is not paid for by, I got it.
That's good stuff. That's some nice fishing. I still like that stuff.
Yeah, they sent me the bottom wafers or the sinking wafers, which I love those. Those are awesome. And then the krill flake. We haven't tried the krill flake yet.
You'll like that. Your fish will definitely like it.
I threw it in the mutt tank, and they went crazy for it. So I'm just not a huge flake fan. That's my issue with it is I just don't like flake food. So
yeah, I like flake food for sure. I don't like pellets.
But I use a lot of auto feeders, so that's
true.
I think that's the difference. There is like everything's on an auto feeder. So if I do a flake, it'll get stuck in there and it won't come back out, and that's what I don't want to have happen. So.
Yeah, I get that.
Oh, let's see. Select Pet said we are captivated by the conversation. I'm sorry, we are not energetic.
Like I said, it's been a long week.
Thank you. Is referencing the chat was silent.
Yeah, no, sure it is. Ogostemus Maximus, good to see you. Guppy Guru, I want to add rice fish to my collection. Selling any? I know Trent has some actually right behind him in that tank that he is looking to sell.
So it depends on which one you want.
So you could probably.
I think the
Javanese, aren't you?
Yeah. So everything behind me is the Javanese rice fish. So it's still the same blue eye. It's more of an iridescent body. And then they're going to get a little more elongated fin versus an actual Medaka. So if you're interested, I got plenty of them. I was actually going to take them to the waterfront, but I think we could work something out. If you're interested in them, let me know. Let Peter know, and I think we could work something out where he can ship them through the Salt City Aquatics website.
Yeah, no, they're really beautiful fish. Like that's the first one you really got that made you fall in love with the rice fish, isn't it?
That was because Michael got the Pearl Galaxies. When I bought these, I thought they were the same ones. But when they came in, I realized they weren't. But after that, when all of a sudden I started making babies, I realized that I definitely wanted more rice fish. So that is the fish that started my obsession of rice fish right now.
So there you go. That might be a perfect one to start your rice fish. Pogostemus.
They're good. I've bred them easier than any of the Medacas I have.
I would say they seem to breed pretty easy too.
Yeah, isn't it crazy how there's some like certain lines and kind of a species or a fish strain that are crazy breeders and some just aren't. I think it's so weird.
Especially when they're like
so
same like what am I trying to think of? Species, but like
or
different colors, yeah. Like you might have some guppies that work great and other ones that don't breed at all, and it's like I just don't understand.
Or like a certain grass that's exactly the same as a different color grass, but the red always doesn't breed as well as the blue, and it's just like, how is that possible? But it is. It's just the case.
It's just the way it goes.
Dawn in Iraq is working out. It is now gone. I am officially out of bettas. I have just one that's being housed right now for my mom. That's all that's left. Trent's got one, and Michael has one, and then the Product Monkey business has a few. There are a lot of, my bettas rolling around in my hobby, which is cool. But that rack is all gone. The whole betta barracks is gone. So we added a new rack, and it's got 3 tanks right now. We're adding a 4th in to there, and I'm going to be working with Waterfront SLC, which is the new fish store here in Salt Lake, to be outfitting one of these tanks with some pretty cool stuff. And I'm really excited about it.
They bring in some good fish. They definitely bring in some amazing fish. So I'm looking.
I have a M tomorrow, which I'm super excited about.
Very nice.
So, yeah, there might be some big changes coming to Salt City / the Guppy Garage with them. So we will see how that goes.
Yeah, you'll have to update me on that one off stream.
Oh, yeah.
We'll talk privately on that one. But yeah, no,
that comes through everyone. I'll fill you in.
I know Michael's seen video of them, but the fish that they brought in for me, it's that live bear, and I have them down here right in face eye level, and they still don't look real. They still do not look real.
They're cool looking.
I saw they weren't even colored up. They were in a bag, and they were still unreal. Unreal.
Yeah, and I got the lemon blue in there with them too.
Oh, nice. Yeah, those are really cool. We got those from Ryan, Wild Fish Tanks. I've got them right here behind me. You can actually see one of them right here on the piece of wood. It's having a blast in there. I threw some of the manzanita branches in there. So Maria wants to know, have you guys heard about the Hillstream gobies?
I'm going to Google it. I haven't, but I'm interested now.
I haven't heard of them either.
I don't think I've heard of the Hill. That might be that smaller goby.
Yeah, is the scarlet goby? What is it? The Rhinogobius stiphodon or different species of that?
Yeah. And if that's the case, yes. And those are awesome fish.
Yeah, very nice.
They look
Definitely
interesting
cool.
on Google.
When I Google Hillstream goby, Rachel is actually the one that comes up.
Yeah. Yeah, I think she kind of that whole Hillstream tank that she's got is just mind-blowingly incredible. That's just awesome. Lefty says, I got the Crow Flake and the Betta food since y'all keep raving about Extreme. Well, we did our jobs.
Yeah. No, I still need to order another thing of that Crow Flake.
You can't go wrong with the Crow Flake. I actually just picked up the Betta food as well. I need to bring that down for the Betta I got from Peter. But yeah, no, every Extreme food I've tried. I have not tried the shrimp food. I don't really care about an exact shrimp food.
I've tried the shrimp.
Everything else has been great in my fish room.
Actually, I really like the shrimpy from Extreme. I think it's really good fish food, and you get a lot for the money. I think it's $7. Yeah, it's like $79 for that container, and the container's up there on the top, so it's a pretty good sized container.
3 ounces,
and it's a lot of food. Like, you don't think it's a lot, and then you get it, and it's like a ton. I only throw like 1 or 2 of the sticks in a day for the shrimp, and they go crazy for it.
Yeah, it's not my favorite, but I like it.
Too.
I still like my Shrimp King Coons just a little bit better. But
I have never had good luck with the Shrimp King. Like I got
See, I love it.
the whole box of like the variety box where it's got like all the different types, you know.
Mhm.
And none of my shrimp would even eat like snowball or the complete. They wouldn't even touch it. The guppies ended up eating all of it.
That's actually
See,
one
which
I
is really
never
weird.
tried that.
Yeah, everyone always says Shrimp King's definitely the best shrimp food, so I want to try it. So
well, see, for a while, my shrimp weren't touching the extreme food the first like week or two that I had it, but I was still feeding it randomly because the white cloud minnows were sitting there picking at it, and figured it's not going to waste, so might as well. And after about a week, they finally started eating it. But like I said, I still like the Shrimp King. I like being able to kind of crush the Shrimp King up a little easier than like the extreme. You can't really do that with the extreme.
well, didn't Corey just drop Shrimp King from the co-op?
I believe so. I buy Shrimp King from my wholesaler, so
Yeah. So pretty much all the fish food I've been buying lately has been through the co-op. So
We've got a good selection. I still need to bust open my my Cyclops powder. Is it Cyclops? The frozen Cyclops or the
freeze dried
Cyclops.
Yeah.
Now that I've got
that stuff is
up
awesome.
and running again, I need to bust that open. So I have been debating on adding the shrimp to the tubs I put in here to see if I can get a colony going there.
Ooh, that'd be a good idea. Yeah, that'd be. I wonder if do you think the rice fish would chow down on some of the shrimp babies?
I mean, maybe a couple of them, but their mouths are still so small that I assume they'd be almost the same as a guppy, just not being able to fit that entire shrimp in their mouth. They would just leave them alone.
And I also did something too with the freeze-dried Cyclops. I actually mixed in some of the Aquarium Co-op with the Cyclops. So I've got like a good mix of both of those, and that has been killer. So I had so my dog ended up eating half of one of the containers, so I had a half of one left. Like, it was busted, so I mixed it up into like that I got on Amazon for $3 the 4-pack of these bottles. I just did one for the Cyclops, and that worked out great.
Well, see, and I've talked about doing or thought about doing it at least. This is the Sarah Micron, because I don't feed this super often just because I find it difficult to feed. Mixing one part this with one part of the Cyclops, with one part fry food, and one part, I have one other food, I don't remember what it is, and putting that into a squeeze bottle. I just haven't yet, because I'm lazy.
That's a good idea, actually, because I love that Sarah Micron.
Yeah. Like I said, I mean, I've heard good things about it. I've fed it. It's just a pain in the butt to feed. So
that was the one that winning the Fry Food Showdown, the first round that I did.
That's the reason I bought it.
The Micron. So it did really well. Just the price on it is so outrageous, though. What was that? That little bottle is like $13 or something, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's $12.99 or $13.
Yeah. As far as the budget goes, it's not definitely the fry food out there. I'd rather go with. I really do the Aquarium Co-op fry food. You guys talked me into it. Now I love it. But the Cyclops is another good one.
I was gonna say the Aquarium Co-op fry food budget wise is the best. I mean, you're getting 4 ounces of food for $10. You're not gonna beat that.
I like the big the 2-pound refill they have, because I actually have it down here. This is what the endlers that I got from Ryan have been exclusively feeding on my fish room now. So I burned through that bottle, and then that 2-pound refill. I will never get rid of that food.
See, and I still have a whole bunch of the bottle, even though I feed it pretty much every day, but I don't have as many tanks. So.
Yeah, I've been feeding the fry food to my killifish. Because the clown killies are so small. Like, you always see the pictures of killies, and they look a little bit bigger than you think, and then you get them and they're fully grown and they're like an inch. And it's like, okay, that's a small fish. I'm really excited to see how small these fry are that come out of that.
I've heard with the fry, there's someone in my club that was just talking about it on one of their Facebook groups. He was saying he was having trouble breeding the fry because none of the powdered foods he had would actually like fit into their mouth. So he was having to like culture live foods and like green water and like stuff like that. It was hard for him to get them up to the point where they could even eat like a powdered food. Because even like microworms and stuff were too big.
Yeah, I need to start going back to some more live cultures or something, because I killed my Walter worms, so I need to go and get something else, banana worms, vinegar eels, something.
Well, you got
no
that
live
brand
feeds,
new
to be honest.
Zis hatchery, or not brand new. We got that Zis hatchery you got to put to work now.
Yeah. I mean, I've been using it for 6 months now. I bought it on eBay that Randy was showing it in that video with Corey. I just went online and bought it right then. So I've been using it for quite a long time. So, but I was like, you know what? Co-op put the video out that they're selling it. Now I'm going to put my video out on it because I've been using it and it was great timing. So it worked out well. All right, let's see what else we got in here. Lefty said, my shrimp are spoiled. They eat the shrimp king. You shouldn't feed them people, man. That's not good. I'm glad you guys got that. But there wasn't that much left. There was a snicker on that.
I just say I cracked a smile, but
he's got dad jokes.
Yeah, it wasn't great. Dad jokes, yeah. I'm a fish dad. It's fine. Let's see. We got talking about the extreme curl lake. I just haven't tried it a whole lot yet to really give my opinion on it. So we'll see. Lefty said he did the same thing with his Cyclops where he mixed it in with the fry food.
Yeah, like I said, I think having
Select
that
Bet said
mixture of
his
food would be the
go
best.
crazy for the fish food. Yeah, because I like the Cyclops floats, like for a really long time.
Yeah, that is really good.
It tends to be up there for a long time in that water column. So especially for like the little fry and stuff you're going to get on the top, that's definitely the best food for that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Lefty says, I mixed the Kari fight with ground up freeze-dried brine. That's another great option.
See, and I haven't ever used the
Didn't
fish bite.
Lefty? I don't think I've tried the first bite either. Hikari food, another kind of expensive fish food for what it is, but it's good foods. I feed the Hikari goldfish one now to the ranchus, and they absolutely go crazy for that stuff. Absolutely crazy. All right, well, what's new in your fish room, Mike?
Ooh, let's see. I'm trying to think. I had a Bisher for a hot 12 hours. That was an interesting fish to have. Yeah. Rescued that from a friend of a friend and ended up rehoming it with someone in the club. He had a Bisher and like 4 or 5 gouramis together, which was a weird mix. But went to some new homes. But yeah, I technically owned a Bisher for 12 hours. So that was fun. I actually wanted to keep him. I just don't have space for him. He was a cool little fish. But
that's one of the fish I've always wanted to keep as a Bisher.
You should have just dropped it in the 75. There's enough plant cover in there.
Yeah, but I just got rid of the one predator. I don't need another predator. And then see, I've got moved the rosy red minnows into the 75, or not the 75, the 55-gallon pond out in the front yard, and moved the white clouds in with my goldfish actually. So now I have 2 empty tubs that I'm going to fill up hopefully soon. I was going to go buy fish today, but I think I'm going to go do that tomorrow and start doing that. And still got an empty 10-gallon, so I'm going to buy some more rosy red minnows and quarantine them and try to hopefully not kill all of them because, they're feeder fish and full of disease. And put them into the pond once they pass through my 30-day quarantine. But I figure I'll go buy 50 of them for like $5 and probably end up with 15, 20 of them. So.
And for that price, we were talking a little bit about that before the stream. For that price, you just can't really.
Yeah, that price, and then and even with the price of medication and everything like that, I think it's a super underrated fish. They're a good little. Once they're like healthy and actually like out in the pond, they're really, really good colored fish. Like a really solid gold. They pop out in the pond really well. A good 3-4 inches. Like I actually really like them. I was seriously considering bringing some of them into the 75, and I still might, just because I do like them, but I'm not sure yet.
Yeah, they're pretty fish. I mean, the pictures you're sending us, you've got they're gorgeous.
I think we're nice.
I mean, they're good like pumpkin shade orange, like red wag platy type of deal. That's not saturated up on Photoshop or anything. That's what they look like in real life. They're colorful once they're healthy and in a good little spot.
Speaking of ponds, Maria asked me back in the chat a little while ago if I was going to try the pond again. So the pond's still running. I have 5 goldfish in there now, so I increased the number of goldfish. Those are doing well. I am very scared to move out any more rice fish this year. So I think I'm going to continue to breed my rice fish indoors before I attempt to move anything outside again. So we'll give that pond a good solid season with just goldfish before I do anything else with it.
May I recommend some rosy red minnows?
If I can find them. So I actually, not that I've looked hard, but I've never, in the times I've been in and out of PETCOs and PETSMARTs and fish stores, I've never seen them.
Well, see, my PETCO doesn't have them, but my PETSMARTs, both
either.
of my local PETSMARTs sell them. Like I said, they're literally 5-10 cents a piece, depending on the day.
If I could find those, like say, the way that picture you sent of after you quarantine and you get them healthy, I would dump in like 100 of those into that pond.
Well, see, I don't even remember who turned me on to them. I think it was KG Cichlids on Instagram. When pond season started, he just went and bought, like $20 worth of them at 10-15 cents a piece, and dumped them into his pond, and he just kind of lets them live, and the ones that don't, the ones that do. And I was like, what the freak are in that pond? Because they look really good. They look almost like a orange Medaka fish, just a little bit bigger, super visible and all that. And I was like, what are those? And he goes, oh, they're just feeder minnows. And I'm like, oh, I need to get some of those. So, but like I said, they're a little bit of a pain in the butt to get through quarantine and all that, because they are just so poorly taken care of. But once you get them healthy, they are pretty fish.
It always makes me wonder why, like, the bigger wholesale breeders like that don't take great care of those fish, because they could get more money in the long run if they medicated a little bit.
Yeah.
It's kind of, like, okay, yeah, you're losing half your stock. That's half your money down the toilet. So it's just kind of strange.
Well, and like, every time I saw them in the store, they're gray, they're not super colorful, they're tiny, they're maybe an inch big, they're not sold very large here. You can tell they're definitely young fry. And like I said, I have some now that are like 4 inches, and they're that bright gold color, and they look just really good. I think it's a super underrated fish. But, I've always seen them as feeders and never really seen them healthy. But they look good healthy.
Well, maybe they'll be in the hobby more now.
Hopefully.
Like rice fish. I mean, rice fish were kind of that same way for a long time. People just used them as, mosquito protection out in the rice fields and all that kind of stuff. So, and now they're a extremely expensive aquarium fish.
Yeah.
Talking of rice fish, did you see Ryo's latest video?
I haven't.
Dude,
Yes.
his he set up those little rice fish pots, like little mini ponds. He set one up that has what do you call an arrowhead plant, but he's got dwarf hair grass around it that's starting to carpet around it in this bowl. He has some of the coolest little rice fish set up. So it's got my brain thinking again of what I want to do in the future with these tubs I set up in here. If I want to try and add a substrate and actively try and culture plants down in these tubs.
Yeah, I think you should try it, man. I mean, what's the harm in trying,
Well, it would give more plant coverage for the rice fish, so it'd give me more eggs. And then if I did some fast-growing plants, I could even turn around and bring those to the club. I got, Guppy grass and Java moss from you the other day, and I'm trying to culture that in all the tanks I have. But maybe
keeps the water cleaner, too.
Yeah, like maybe some pogo stemon or some bacopa, different things that would grow in there fairly quickly. You'd snip off a couple things, or I could even pull some of that Rotalia down and get that going again.
Yep. Yeah, and then you have all that jungle val. I mean, you could probably put a thin layer of substrate, in a container or something and do jungle val in there.
I've got some of that floating right now, so maybe I will maybe I'll pull some of these out and throw some substrate in here.
There you go.
And I am using some of that jungle valve as an experiment for the new fish coming to this 20 long. So we're going to see if my hypothesis is correct.
Yeah, I took all the jungle valve out of the middle of the 75 here. So
dude, that
all
big stuff you gave me, the root structures on that were insane. Like once I pulled, so it actually sat in that bag for a solid day. And then I forgot about it, so I put it in my bathroom sink just to kind of get it out of the way off the stairs. And then I went and took it up to the pond, and that was the thickest jungle valve I've ever seen.
Yeah, the roots went all the way behind the background and were running up the back of the tank. That's how crazy that root structure was. I had to actually dig my hand into the soil and break the roots so I could pull the jungle valve out.
I was going to say it's going to coming back again.
Oh, I'm sure it is. No, I put in a bunch of the spiral valve in its place. So I really like that like curly Q look to it.
Is very nice.
And the spiral doesn't get quite as long, so it doesn't block out the top. Because I want more circulation through the top of the tank now that I'm running the ZIS filters. I'm not getting that, suck up in the hang-on back that I used to get. So I had to change it up a little bit.
So Kevin Scholler put in here that he lives in Eastern NC. What is NC?
North Carolina.
Here we go. Self and Molly are native to my area. So Peter, I found out about a new hot spring in north of Utah Lake that may have either some gambusia or native wild guppies out there that I want to go check out.
So there's a couple of them. David, the president of the Utah Fancy Guppy Association, has a friend who owns a hot spring that is full of cichlids, mollies, platies. So that might be a really cool diving video where we go out there and dive in the hot spring.
It's wild that I heard about this hot spring north. I mean, guppies can live everywhere. Gambusia can live everywhere. Ryan's proved that. But to have these native fish in a desert, that's kind of what's blowing my mind. We're a desert state, but I can drive 30 minutes to this hot spring, which I want to on my next weekend off. I want to go, so I want to just dip a net in there to see if it's even feasible, see if I can pull anything out, and I can see how disease-ridden they are. But I'm always curious now, how did they get there? Did somebody put them there? Did they just happen natural something effect? I don't even know.
Seth said that we have fish near hot springs on Utah Lake. So Seth's a local guy. He's down in the Orem area, I think.
Sounds like he needs to be our guide down there then.
Yeah, for sure. Take Seth. You got our permission.
Let's see, maybe when I drive out to you guys, we'll have to go fish hunting.
That'd be fun.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
And you think we also need derailed already? You should see what would happen if all three of us went out and dip netted a hot spring together.
It'd be crazy. I'd be in the water, number one. I wouldn't be standing on the side. I'd just be swimming in it.
Well, you see, Seth, we don't go fishing, we go catching. So when DNR comes asking, I'm just going to quote Chuck Norris and say, I go catching.
I have a fishing license with the state of Utah, so legal. I don't know. You can consider mosquito fish as a catch and release kind of fish, though.
I'll pull up the DNR rule book. We'll make it work.
Yeah. I mean, we also need to go collect some brine shrimp out of the Great Salt Lake too. So
that'd be fine. You said that's in the fall time, right?
That's something you definitely have.
I think it's early.
Yeah, I mean, you should come out in the fall.
Is it fall or is it? I'll have to check.
I don't remember. Yeah. Like I said, work's still slow, so I still want to get out to Utah sooner rather than later. But
yeah, this is starting to get into my busy time.
Normally I'd be slammed at the
Super
moment,
busy.
But so
Yeah, a lot of things have changed here.
Yeah. Also, like I said, sorry I'm being all like flat. I know I can tell I'm being super flat. I'm just extremely tired.
Hey, you showed up. You're here.
Tired. I'm mildly sick. I'm like half awake. But
We can just tell you to stand there and look pretty.
it's what I'm good at.
Even Trent showed up early.
I made it. I got here, man. That was so y'all don't understand. Like, that was a drive out of the canyon, and I got a 2-year-old bathed and fed before I got down here.
You just knew you were gonna have to be picking
That's
up my
impressive.
slack.
Peter,
I was eating a poke.
did you see Select Pet's comment a while back? He said, "Is there a Salt City brand food yet?"
Nope.
Sounds like
There probably never will be.
Oh, come on now, don't say that.
Go to
No, I
Walmart,
don't.
get a salt grinder, and just pour that salt into the fish tank.
Yeah.
And, you know.
There's so many good foods already. Why would I want to compete with, Extremes and Hikari and all these other brands that have been in it for so long? It's just not. It's not worth it. I'd rather split in the guppy world and do great in that than try to overextend myself too far.
I wouldn't even know where to begin to producing a fish food. Like, where do you go grab random stuff out of your pantry? Some paprika, some cumin, some catappa leaves, grind it together and toss it in the tank?
You go buy some krill extreme flakes and some freeze-dried cyclops, and you grind it all together and say, haha, I bought ketchup bottles from the dollar store.
And then rebrand it.
Bay Area Aquatic Food.
Yeah, rebrand it for double.
Sell it for
Whatever,
twice
man.
the price and become rich.
HC Aqua's not in the chat yet, so he can't steal any of that. So that's going to be the new Salt City food. So we're dubbing that. Peter gets a
There we
nickel
go.
every time somebody says something about it.
Yeah, your favorite fish food rebranded. Can be our slogan. Just tell us what your favorites are, and we'll mix them together and send them back to you.
We'll just mark it up twice. But it has been in our hands. It's been hand ground by fish experts on the internet. Like that's
Right.
worth like
And
6
sign
times
my
as much
name
right
on the
there.
bottle. And,
It's like a collector's
Yeah.
edition bottle.
So what you're telling me then was we gotta get it to you so you can
for
sign
everyone.
it. Come out to Utah so we can sign it. Then we gotta send it out. Then it's really a collector's edition bottle.
Oh yeah.
And then it's 3 times more expensive because USPS box every time is going to be what, $8?
Think tank fry food.
So it's
But who wants to buy that?
$36 bag of food.
Well, see, my signature looks like a 2-year-old's though. So in reality, I could just send you, as long as you do like an M and like some squiggly lines and then a P and some squiggly lines, it's gonna look like my signature. So
What you just don't know is I'll have my almost 2-year-old just sign for me.
pretty much.
Don't know tell the difference.
There you go.
Like she can only
Yeah,
sign.
I have my personal and then my guppy signature. They're 2 different signatures now. Because if I tried to do my normal, it would not be great.
Lefty
It's just a
saw-
big old.
I think you guys know that Lefty sent me out that envelope of fish we like legitimately picked out spirulina.
Oh, the algae flakes or spirulina flakes, yeah.
So I have not fed it yet, and on purpose, because I wanted to get all the fish down in the fish room to where I could actually monitor the feeding of it. Like, for example, the Javanese rice fish in my laundry room were shoved, like, to get them out, I had to clear out every other tank to drag that 29 out. So I really didn't know
It
what
was
to
in
do.
the corner.
So yes, that's starting tonight. I'm going to break that envelope open so it's still fresh, still crisp, and we can.
Yeah. I want to give your fish the fresh foods.
You know what I just thought
I
of?
mean, he sat there for hours.
I was gonna say we can't even resell our favorite foods as the think tank food because he's already done that and mailed it to you.
He'll be
Exactly, in an envelope.
We'll just make him sit there and handpick out like so many particles of the freeze-dried cyclops, so many particles of the Aquarium COOP fry food, like so many spirulina flakes, and like everyone will think it's us because we're on camera.
Yeah, we're gonna get sued twice by the makers of the food
I mean,
and by him.
Yeah. Could you imagine sitting there and picking individual cyclops out of a container?
I can't even imagine the spirulina. Like when he messaged me, I really thought he was screwing with me, and then he
was serious, man.
See, I would have just taken a bag of like the whole mixture and been like, "Here, you can pick it out yourself."
No, for sure. Message me too. Like, I'm picking all the spirulinas out for Trent right now. I'm like, doing what? Yeah, mix them together.
Let's make this official.
Okay, have fun. Oh, he's gonna go get it now.
We've got all this extra spare quarantine time.
Ooh, he's gonna feed it on camera.
Ooh, for the first time. Gonna crack it open. Also, Maria, I have my soda. It's my first soda of the day. I've drunk like 8 glasses of water, believe it or not. So, like I said, I'm sick. I'm trying to get over it. So, but figured I needed some caffeine for the live stream.
He's better. I've gone through 3 during the live stream.
I should go through more, but
I also ate a fire Pokeball before we started this.
I had a piece of cheesecake before this. That was good. It's the first thing I've eaten today.
Ooh, the cheese. I'm on a diet right now, and I can't eat any cheese, any dairy, any carbs, or sugar.
I really need to go on
drinking
diet.
My sugar right now. But it's not fun, man. Cheesecake is my like whole life, and I can't eat any of that.
With this whole COVID thing, I've put on like, before all of this happened, I weighed about 115 pounds, and now I weigh like 130, and it's only been like 2 months, and I've weighed 115 since like my freshman year of high school. So it's like, it's been the struggle. But the weird thing is I feel like I've been more active. I've been hiking and camping and backpacking versus I normally just sit at home all day. But, you know.
Muscle weighs more than fat.
I guess so. Yeah.
So there you go.
But I had to buy new shorts. The shorts I bought just at the start of the season, they're 28s. They don't fit. I had to buy 30s the other day.
Proud of you.
Man, I know. I'm getting there. I'm going to be rocking the Trent bod sooner or later.
Hey, man. Don't be hating. You know how much
he's got excuses.
You know how much pizza I can pack into this thing? Like, Jordan offered to bring down the Chinese food tonight, but I would have embarrassed you, so I chose not to.
Yeah. Well, see, I had a buddy of mine being like, you know, don't be ashamed for prepping. It's almost the end of the world. You're going to need all that extra fat. I was like, that's a good excuse. I like that.
I'll just sacrifice you first to the zombies.
Smart man, right?
Prepping for the next toilet paper shortage.
Which Charmin
I got a bidet for that. So,
I have a shower for that.
I like
you.
I mean, when you come down to it, if you really got to. Like,
yeah, I mean, if there's no toilet paper left, what are you going to do?
I got soap.
What are you going to do?
Disinfect it.
We're 8 minutes off the hour mark. We can't derail that yet.
Well, I think we've been derailed since.
I don't think any of us were ever railed in the first place. So.
It's true.
All right.
We've been all over the place.
It's just one of
those. But that's okay.
Streams.
You know, there's still 22 people watching us be weirdos. So
we're still wasting 22 people's times, but it's all good. Getting your watch time up, Peter.
Maria's asking what? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because we're almost to the 1K mark. And when we hit that 1K mark, I have no idea what we'll do, but there's going to be a giveaway. And it's going to be crazy. So I'm hoping maybe we send a tank out to someone. Ooh. Or some fish.
Oh, so
or a tank and fish.
You're going to outdo me, and I'm going to be the one hitting 10,000. I'm going to be like over here sending out an Amazon gift card or something. And
send them. You got to send them out
that
from
works too, though.
Salt City Aquatics fish food, handpicked by Lefty.
Yeah.
that could be on every box too. Yeah, your favorite fish food, handpicked by Lefty.
Speaking of, okay, this is not what it looks like. I'm just gonna say that. It's 100% fish food.
Are you sure?
Now that
aren't you law enforcement? Don't you aren't you able to just like show your badge and like professional courtesy?
There's a note. So even if it was, I have doctor's orders to feed my fish.
Just a Kentucky, everybody.
So here we go. We are going to. I can't spin the. How can I feed? Okay, we'll feed the rice fish. I was gonna spin the camera on the feed.
Here we'll make it full screen. We'll make it full screen. This is an important moment.
There we go. No one needs to look at me, anyways.
Let's see. Is it gonna... There we go. Full screen. Oh wait. Well, it just keeps going back and forth. Here, hold on. We're fine, everybody. There we go.
It's kind of.
You look not impressed.
Yeah, for the most part.
It's
not like a.
I agree with that crown tail half moon. She's saying you have to try the food first. Yeah.
Oh, is he really gonna do this? Do it. Hold on, let me put you back on full screen before you eat this. Hold on.
Finger, are you at 1K yet? Legit, there's fish on my finger right now.
I see it.
We're not at 1K. We have 50 more to go.
15?
50.
If you eat fish food, he might actually hit to 1K.
I was gonna say
exactly. This is the moment.
You know what it tastes like? It's gonna be really weird. Have you ever tried your dog's treats?
No.
No, that's what it tastes like.
I'm normal people.
Don't lie to me.
Okay, here we go on another tangent. So one of our friends is super or the organic kind of eating kind of people. And so all of her dog's treats are also organic, wholesome dog treats. So she had these bags of dog treats on the counter, but they're like blueberry cinnamon bears, right? And so I just started chowing down on these blueberry cinnamon bears. I ate half a bag, and then the mom goes, "Those are the dog's treats. What do you?" I'm like, "No, these are mine now." I ended up taking the bag with me and ate the rest of them. So dog treats, great.
It's actually, it tastes like, now that the aftertaste is like bad pizza crust. Like with the garlic on it, like bad burnt pizza crust.
Ugh.
Nope. That's right, handpicked by Lefty, so.
That's been in Lefty's hands. That's traveled from Hawaii, all just to end up in your mouth.
Worth it.
Yeah.
Worth it. Hands down. I'm just going to live longer than all you do that. Like, how do you know this wasn't like the cure to everything?
It's the Corona cure.
We're not even at the hour mark yet. Like this is bad.
No, we're not. Yeah. Oh, this has gone bad, but it's fine.
I thought you were in Hawaii, Lefty. No, that's HC. That's in Hawaii.
HC's in Hawaii. He's in I'm pretty sure he's in Connecticut.
Speaking of HC, I just summoned him. But okay, it went from Connecticut.
Right, but HC now he can't steal all of the ideas we talked about.
Yeah, he's too late. You're too late, Jesse.
You're gonna get me. You know what? You're gonna get me banned from the Aquatic Monkey Business household. If you read the chats they're dropping, my name's gonna be a curse word in their household now.
Hey, you know what? I mark on every single one of my YouTube videos that it is not made for kids. Okay, I did my part. I can't, take responsive. I don't even know what I'm trying to say.
This isn't your YouTube video.
That's
is my YouTube video.
Did you mark that you made it for kids?
No, it's everybody's. Yeah, everybody can watch it.
Because otherwise you can't advertise on it. And I like to be rich. So.
HC's saying he can watch the replay. I'm not going to post this, HC. It's going to get deleted.
It's going to mark it to private.
I'm just going to cut out the timestamp of just Trent eating the fish food and then post that and say, crazy man eats spirulina fish food that was handled by 16 people before.
What you need to do first, though, is share the live stream where I raided your Guppy garage. Then share that one, and people are going to see the timeline of events happening.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite videos, and probably always will be one of my favorite videos. I remember I was coming down the canyon, and I get a notification that says, "Well-don Tanks is live, breaking into Guppy." And I'm like, what is happening right now? No, it was so good. So good.
So I just want to point out one other thing. Trent, you're definitely going to get banned here soon. You're eating questionable powder out of a Ziploc baggie and drinking unknown liquids out of a red Solo cup.
Okay. Water, and if you put it that way, I can see
on my channel.
I can see
on Peter's channel.
Finding Nemo. A man's wife is brutally murdered by an unknown attacker, and all of his children die but one, who's maimed and is stolen from him. So he has to race across the world to track him down as he fights off 3 ninjas, 1 massive pelican, and then has to blow up a fish tank. Don't do this. Don't turn this on me.
We really don't want Peter to be monetized, so you know. He's getting close. We're just trying to put everything we've got at it.
I ate that for the 1,000.
My only goal now is to not get monetized. I have to try to find this comment because this person went around and commented this on like 30 other people's videos, but it was so funny. I read the whole thing like 6 times, and now I have to find it. I have to see if I can find this. Where is it? It was about Gru from Despicable Me, and it was so funny. Let's see here. I can't find it. Do you guys ever do that? You look for something and you
just give up.
Well, it's never there when you want it.
Oh, let's see. I know I've got it. I saved it because it was so great. And it was ridiculously long.
So while you're looking
2 paragraphs
for that, Area Aquatics Goldfish Guppies asked, what's the going price for rice fish? Going price from me or going price in a store?
I feel like that varies a lot depending on that's like asking how much is your Lamborghini or your Chevy. I mean, it can be cheap, it can be expensive.
There were some, what do they call them? Red King?
Red Cap?
No. It was, they're like the orange, but they are a deeper red. The whole body is a deeper red. They were on Aquabid, and within like an hour, the bidding was over $150 for 6 of them.
Yeah, no, they can get. What's the Aquatic Arts is the website I'm thinking of. They tend to have rice fish in stock somewhat regularly. And they're also really good about having notifications. So I usually just hit notifications for, I think they do packages 3, 6, 9, 12, and 24. I just turn the notifications on for all of them. And they're relatively pretty good prices. They're about as good of prices you're going to find. And I've bought from them before. They have some good fish. I think that's where you bought your Javanese rice fish from, right?
Where a lot of it's actually, those came from, I've got a few fish that actually came from Aquatic Arts. I've been very pleased with them.
Yeah. So
that was actually, I think, where my first group of the Pearl Galaxies came from too.
Yeah, well, and I know not everyone is, but if you're a member of the Sacramento Aquarium Society, they're a sponsor of ours, so we get a discount code. So
nice.
Check your newsletter for that if you're a member. Your fish club may have something similar. I'm not sure, but
so the going price for fish is going to determine also on the type, the color you're looking for, and how common or rare it is.
So wait till there's like a crazy cool color, like a purple.
Just wait till my super secret package gets here. January.
Pretty sure they're all stuck in a
waiting,
box still.
I'm waiting 7 months for this thing.
Your Corona fish.
You really are going to get him demonetized.
I still think it'd be funny to unbox them with a hazmat suit. Like,
we'll see what state the world's in at that point in time.
Did you guys see Lefty's question?
Yeah.
Would you rather a dog-sized shrimp or a shrimp-sized dog?
Yeah.
Dog-sized shrimp.
I saw that earlier. Was it on your Instagram? Yeah, that would be crazy. I'm also kind of Like if you look really closely at shrimp, they're kind of creepy.
They are.
Like, you know, like when like Blue Cup takes like a really good picture of a shrimp's face, like that would be scary in dog size form. Like Great Dane size shrimp.
Well, see, and is this
That'd be
just like
terrifying.
have one of whichever one, or is this like a fight one giant horse, or what is it? No, fight a horse-sized duck, or fight like 1,000 duck-sized horses, or is that what we're going with, or like, you know, just what are we going for?
Lots of questions, Lefty.
Because, you know,
Got lots of questions here.
I think I'd rather fight off the one dog-sized shrimp, but
I would probably fight off the shrimp-sized dog.
He says we're keeping it as a pet.
we're keeping it as a pet.
Crown Tail wants to know how the Brian Shrimp Hatchery from Zis is.
Oh, it's still clean.
And I've already hatched my whole setup from the other day that I did on that video, and I fed it all out of one.
That's my next video, is actually hatching brine shrimp in this thing, but already.
If you don't break it
Leak
first.
proof, doesn't break.
Yeah, it's not broken yet. I've dropped it like 6 times and it hasn't broken, so we're good.
I'm not cool enough to have one yet.
But are you putting a heater in yours, Trent?
No, my so that little itty bitty space heater I bought, on the lowest setting, if I'm not careful, this room will get over 85 degrees in a couple hours. So this room heats just fine.
Since you haven't like put on it and tested it out yet, you've got to find something to cover up this hole with, because that will splatter everywhere. So that's why I use the sponge filter.
Okay, that makes sense.
Because it goes like 6 inches out of that top if you don't have that heater in there.
What if we like splatter?
So just beware of that, people. Then you're fine. But then you get salt creep because you got salt water splashing everywhere.
Some of us like it a little messy.
And I've got my like whole like Guppy thing over here, so I don't really want to get any salt water on that stuff. So, you know, like magazines from like the 40s and the 20s and stuff, I don't want to get those around.
That's where I say I'm either really bad at implying dirty jokes, or it just went right over your guys' head, or both. But you know,
I've already been banned in one household.
Maria's saying she's starting to wonder what is the think tank group messages about. It's literally just us taking pictures of our fish back and forth. This is as weird as we get, and it's because they're on camera. And
yeah. Like I said, we're a little bit extra off today because I feel like half of us aren't here. But that may just be me.
Yeah.
I'm normally the star of the show, you know, and I'm just... Now Peter's the star of the show, and that just doesn't sit right with me.
I know.
Oh, Trent, you got Maria's kids trying to eat fish food.
Sorry, I literally just had a fish jump out of a tank. I need to get my lids made.
On camera, live.
Was that what that
fish?
was?
Like, it was.
I heard a little scream.
No, that's from my daughter running around upstairs.
Okay,
But I just one of my exotica nodri, I just jumped out of the tank.
It likes its old home.
Yeah, you need some lids.
But now I'm reading the chat.
Like I said, you got Maria's kids trying to eat fish food already.
Hey, you know, healthy immune system. I ate dirt as a kid, and I'm still alive. I drank from the garden hose. Like, what's wrong with fish food? It's probably some of the cleanest food out there.
If they're gonna eat fish food, at least record it first. Do yourself a favor, you know.
Yeah, that's a great video right there, Maria. And if anyone hasn't done it yet, subscribe to Aquatic Monkey Business because they're hilarious and they're awesome.
A blindfolded taste test, right? So feed them something nice and feed them a spoonful of fish food.
Yeah, You do like a
What brand is
spoonful of
this?
Kool-Aid powder versus a spoonful of SF-Bay Cyclops versus a spoonful of fry food.
Dude, I think that
Oh,
Cyclops would be
I
like
could not.
cinnamon. Can you imagine choking that down?
Oh,
The shock it would turn into
Cyclops
your
would be
mouth.
so gross.
Those were always funny when
Oh.
you had the cinnamon bites and like the puffs of cinnamon coming out. But Cyclops, like that's an advertisement right there. I think it's my phone going off.
Now I kind of try it.
You should.
But I'm not gonna,
No,
so.
no.
I mean, you're
I
the
draw my
Cyclops
line.
guy.
I think if Peter hits if Peter hits 1K tonight, maybe.
That should be your 1,000 subscriber thing.
Yeah. If I can hit 1K while on this stream, I will eat San Francisco Bay Cyclops.
Wait,
We've
everybody
got
share this.
The
51.
Cyclops challenge.
Yeah.
Hey, okay, but is it worse or better than the Tide Pod challenge? Like, let's be real here. Like,
I feel like you'd
Oh,
survive Cyclops.
So much better.
so
Oh, you can definitely survive Cyclops. That's small.
I mean, I've got my bag of Tide Pods next to bed that I sit on and snack on, but you know, like I'm not usual.
Yeah. So now we've had not drugs, we've had innuendos, and we've talk about eating Tide. I'm definitely not getting monetized by YouTube.
Oh yeah, definitely not. That's okay. You can blame me.
Yeah. You can just pay me the monetization that you get.
Yeah, I'll pay you the whopping like third of a cent
Yeah.
for every 1,000 views we get.
5 cents. Yep. Crowntail saying Rapashi might be best option for taste test. Oh,
That stuff smells. I
Oh.
wouldn't even.
the Lefty,
I can't even do the smell of it.
Lefty did not tag this with any. Didn't say anything about not for human consumption. I'm just gonna point that out there.
It's true. I
So
don't.
now-
Does it say it on the side of any fish foods?
Probably. What do I have down here?
The only one I've got accessible is fry food.
All right,
it does not.
Look at this. Like the first ingredient is what? Salmon fish meal. Salmon's good for you. It's healthy. I'm not
Dried
eating.
yeast, kelp. I mean, it's like. I said it does not say that on the Aquarium COOP one. I've got the Sarah one.
It does say it on Extreme. It says feeding instructions: feed 2 to 3 times a day for the amount not for human consumption.
So you're telling me is that
So Extreme's got
the smart
right.
one?
I
So
don't see it on the
did it
Sarah
right.
Micron.
Let's check another brand.
Look how far we've gone down this rabbit hole. This is
I
awesome.
know. I don't think I have any other
Okay,
food.
let's check Hikari.
I've got Fluval up here.
This
This is just
got
a
a-
weird stream now, guys.
Maria just said that Jasmine
We're checking-
offered the money to try to repashi.
No, I'm sorry. Jasmine, I love you guys, but I'm sorry I will not eat Rapashi.
Did you see the picture they just sent to the group?
I did. I saw that.
I didn't get it, no.
I think you got it. You just need to look at it.
Doesn't
trying
say
to
it
find out
on
if Hikari
tropical
seaweed
bug
is-
bites. Doesn't say it on here. These are okay for humans.
You know what? Like, we're gonna get these like angry messages now, and all of our Instagrams, on all of our YouTubes of my kid just ate an entire bottle of fish food because of you guys.
You're gonna get sued.
Hikari says not for human consumption, right there. It's
What
got its
the-
own little tab, not for human consumption.
Yeah, see, it doesn't
So
say it on the
apparently
bottom
people
feeder
have
bug
thought-
bites either.
Lefty's chiming in and it doesn't say it on the Tetra foods.
Bug bites, okay to eat. Heard it here on Guppy Guru's channel.
Tetra and like Fluval are now going to rebrand everything to say not for human consumption.
We should send them a consultation bill.
There you go, Peter. We got your
Okay, let's
modified.
check. No. Nope. Mm-mm. Not 1,000 yet. Let's see. All right. This is a very strange anybody has never been to this and never seen a thing tank stream, it's pretty
not
normal, but
well, kind of.
this is not our normal like channel stuff.
Check
we
this. I
do.
actually forgot I moved down all my extreme foods tonight. What else do I have down here?
I'm too lazy to reach for the omega-1 stuff.
If you can, speaking of fish foods, have you guys ever heard of the Evo Aquarius Stick fish food?
Nope.
So Tom at Team Aquatics recommended this for like PETCO grow out. There is the little fry, what do they call this? The youngster grow. It's a paste. So you can actually roll this into a ball, drop it in a PETCO tank, and then it's specifically designed where all that infusoria is actually going to grow over this stuff.
Kind of like a Rapashi, but different.
Yeah, not cheap though. Like this is probably twice the cost of Rapashi.
And Rapashi's already expensive.
Yes, so really, now that I got my zebras down here, I'm going to start feeding this to the zebras.
Getting a little inappropriate in the chat. It's all good though. It's on Peter's channel, not mine.
Right. I rolled off screen. So omega-1 doesn't say anything about not being for human consumption.
Evo Aquarius doesn't say anything.
So I think we found the new
big old letters.
Not for human consumption. Yeah, like I said, I think we found the new think tank income revenue. We're just gonna eat food and sue people.
Rapashi, not for human consumption.
It's okay.
Rapashi,
So I'll just
not for human consumption. So technically, the only one that we can eat is omega-1.
Like I said, fluval bug bites.
So
whatever
Sarah?
Lefty sent me is safe.
I
I haven't died yet. I mean, I may look a little more off color than usual, but I haven't died.
The co-op fry food, the Sarah food, none of those have human consumption on it.
Yeah, can you imagine how fast we'd get a message from Randy?
Like, wait a second.
Like, don't eat our fish food.
Like, please don't.
I'm gonna try one right now. I'm gonna try an omega-1.
I'm proud of you.
Sprinkle this on my hot dog.
Now you got me going around feeding fish food everywhere.
Actually, not gonna lie, that's actually not bad.
So that deserves a 1K right there. He better hit 1K tonight.
That's my favorite tasting fish food right now. Because it's the only one we can eat.
I was going to say, how many
say not for
you haven't told us about it yet.
Yeah, I'm not eating any fish food. I'm going to leave that
That's
to you
the only
guys.
one.
I'm already delusional enough.
I'm not going to eat like blood. Okay, now the aftertaste though. Oh.
There it is.
Oh no, it's coming in. Oh, the fish is to bite.
And I have lots of algae wafers. I just don't feed them very often, so they're all in boxes sitting up on a shelf.
Oh.
My Prime spilled everywhere. That's what we should do. We should do Aquarium Co-op shot glasses of Prime next.
Oh, dude. Speaking of, I actually have some because I ran out of the Fritz stuff. But
I have some up here too.
Smells? Oh, I can't even handle this, and that's a smell. Can you imagine swigging this? Like, you want to talk Tide Pod challenge?
I was just saying in the chat earlier when we were talking that I spilled like a half of a thing of the complete on the floor, and my whole fish room smelled like sulfur for like a week. It took me forever to get rid of that smell.
Not good. That's why I can rant about Prime all day long about that stuff. I don't know.
See, I like Prime, but never order it off of Amazon. Rapashi,
bottle break open on you.
I think I've ordered Prime off of Amazon like 8 or 9 times because my LFS was out of it, and I think I've only gotten 1 or 2 bottles that actually hadn't the seal popped and gotten like the whole box just soaked in Prime sitting on my front porch, and it was not pleasant.
Ooh, and that California heat too.
California heat, yeah, 110 degrees outside. It just so I use the safe stuff now just because it's easier.
Yeah, so I bought this, right? So I was pouring this into the smaller bottle with the pump top, and I just like 3 cups. It's horrible.
So Priscilla
Absolutely.
MK's added one to our list. Apparently, API erythromycin is safe.
I'm
The
not
worst is
taking
when
a
you get.
medication.
I would say you say that as if you've done that on multiple occasions.
I'm not speaking from experience. She says it's just the worst when you get it in your mouth. So
I know, like I said, I'm reading her comment. That sounds like she's done that on multiple occasions. It's not just.
She's here. She's here
Crown
talking.
Tail didn't believe.
She's got to be surviving.
Crown Tail didn't believe that I ate this.
No,
So-
you're not doing it again, are you?
You got to go full screen, Peter.
I would wish that on anybody.
Look
Look
at that
away,
tongue
Peter.
piercing. That
Look
tongue
away.
piercing is so
This is
good.
the day, the Guppy Guru. This is the last video you're going to see on his channel.
You know, I
If you
should
just
email
swallow
my
really
lawyer.
fast-
I should just email my lawyer and be like, "Can I be charged as an accomplice for this?" If so, I need
It
to.
doesn't
delete
say it on the
this.
bottle. Doesn't say it on the bottle.
Actually,
I've make omega-1 fish foods, and it's actually pretty impressive. The facility they, so
I like omega-1.
it's up in Alaska. Yeah, they use all the fish byproduct pretty much that humans don't eat. So like the skin and the bone structure and that kind of stuff off salmon. So a lot of this is actually really good fish.
I didn't know that. So, okay, so omega-1 is actually pretty much made from renewable material? Is that the correct way to put that?
It's not normally used food.
Utilizing
So, like,
waste.
The skin
Yeah.
and the heads and that kind of stuff of salmon, which, I mean, if you look at like an Inuit tribe, they would eat every part of a sockeye salmon or a humpy or king salmon. They'd eat every single piece of it. They make, salmon head soup, all that kind of stuff. And that's pretty much what omega-1's doing, is they're using all that same stuff to make fish food. So that's why I actually really like omega-1. But Extreme still a little bit better because they're sending me food. This came in right at the end here. Benny's, if you missed all of that, we are very sorry that you missed all this. Ooh, I got heartburn now. Ooh.
Side effect of fish food.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I ate a salmon poke bowl before this. I've had 3 cans of Dr. Pepper cream, and now I've had some fish food. So, I mean, it's just a rounded out full diet tonight.
Just a typical Monday night dinner.
Yep. Yeah. Is it Monday?
It is Monday.
It is. I know. I have to keep reminding myself of that. Yeah.
Priscilla says, "Oh no, I manage a fish store and I've had a large of it opened at once and blew in my face. Oh, oof, that wouldn't be good."
That'd be.
Lefty said the fish won't eat the omega-1.
I've never had any. I know some people say they have that problem. I've never had that problem with omega-1. But like my fish won't eat the. They never ate the Sarah ONIP tabs, so it's
My fish either. Mine never touched the Sarah.
Or even the what is it, the Hikari?
I love it.
The bloodworm looking things that Corey was.
The Viber bites.
Fiberite, yeah. Corey sent me a bag of those like a year ago, and I went through like half a bag of it, and they just rotted.
You want to talk? I mean, in my opinion, and I know he loves them, but you want to talk about an expensive fish food that, again, my fish won't touch. That was a wasted like $20. But I bought and I actively tried, and none of my fish would eat it. But Lefty, now that
now we all know omega-1 is human consumable.
I'm glad we see.
Yeah.
None of you now have to go try this for yourselves. We did this for you.
Do not try it.
Yeah. Yeah, we are sacrificing for you right now. Also, I got 1 more subscriber, so thank you for whoever that was during that time.
Yeah, don't try this at home.
Somewhere was,
Let the weird
You
guys
just
on the
eat a
internet
fish.
do it.
So Maria just sent this picture. Easy Green and Easy Iron don't have a warning, but Easy Carbon does.
Uh-oh.
Easy Green smells
I'm
good.
not
I have the big refill bottle of that, and I spilled that once, and that stuff smells disgusting once it gets in your carpet.
Man, it seems like everything in the fish hobby once you when you spill it. So where is it? The disc catcher. I forgot about this for like 3 weeks and was full of brine shrimp, and I picked it up and it sloshed everywhere. That was a bad smell.
Oh.
See, I gave mine away because I kept doing that, and I was like, no, I'm just done.
It was not a good
Yeah,
time.
that's why I've never had the disc, because I would forget about it all the time. So if you have something attached to an air pump, you're going to remember it.
Well, that's why I'm excited for this. That's what I killed the micro worms, the white worms, whatever those things are. That's why I killed my whole culture, and I forgot about it.
Yeah, I think like that's probably one of the biggest problems that we have in this hobby is we'll forget about something. If you're not using it like daily and it's not like a consistent thing, you'll forget about it.
Yeah.
Now I want to check frozen foods.
That sounds even worse.
Daphnia is for human consumption.
Oh,
this is
I can
big
do it frozen.
Bold letters on the bloodworms.
I feel like
no
I've seen that on
bloodworms for
SFA.
anybody.
I feel like I've seen that on the SFA stuff.
Yeah, no, all their containers have it in big bold letters. So yeah, I couldn't imagine eating the Cyclops.
Oh man, no, I'm out.
That would be like the cinnamon challenge for sure.
So here's a good
Lab says
question.
that he likes
Priscilla actually just asked this, and I think this we'll let Michael in on this one because he's still got a lot of things going on with all your ponds out there. So if you have more than 20 tanks, do you have a system so you don't forget things? Do you have anything in place, Peter? Like any kind of a system in place?
Yeah. So let me go grab a book and I'll show you what I've been doing lately on a week-to-week basis. So hold on a second.
I am not eating fish food as an intermission. I'm not doing it.
Halftime show with Trent.
Nope. I'll sing for y'all, but I ain't feeding fish food.
Peter, you got to go away again. We decided
Why not?
Trent's going to eat fish food.
Make it happen.
He's our halftime show now.
Dude, I'm hoping that Chinese food like burns the taste out of my mouth here. It's lingering. It's not good.
I can still hear you. Okay. Yes, this has been my new system for water changes. So I put a piece of like window screen over the top of my Python hook. So I've just been hooking this on the edge of all my tanks. And it's about 10 to 15% of a 10-gallon tank, it's the hook. And then I just siphon out of the hook and I go through the whole line. And then I just come back through with the same hook and fill them back up. So this has been a really easy way for me to do my water changes. Do them every end.
It's not a bad way to do it.
So that's pretty much my system. But this has made it a lot easier because then you're not. Go ahead.
Do you have like a checklist you use or anything? They like to tasks in the fish room, cleaning tanks, pull and fry.
Nope. Everything's all colony bred in here, which some like stuff, especially in the guppy world, they'll do like line breeding tanks. I just don't have enough space for that. And what I'm doing, I couldn't imagine if I was breeding 21 strain guppies and have to do 5 tanks per guppy. That wouldn't be fun. But no, I if there's like something special with the tank, I'll use like a expo marker.
I love the.
I'll just use an expo marker and I'll mark out the window.
Have you used the crayon marker? The cran marker is my new
Yes,
favorite.
I have one. Yeah, I've actually got on that tank up there, which is the purple Dumbo tank. I've got Sharon's name on there at the Aquatic Monkey Business and Wild Fish Tanks written on that tank because they all want the purples. So I'm trying to keep up with it.
But Jessica Taylor, that Python hook is a literal game changer. I used that in my laundry room, fish room, to do my tanks as well, and that was refilling tanks, because I hate it when you're refilling it and then the hose comes out and you flood your house, whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
So to be able to set that hook and forget about it was the absolute best.
I have a clamp I use, so that never happens.
Yeah, but you just have to do something like this though, so you don't suck up those fry, because that is not a fun day when you suck up a very pretty fry.
I'm spoiled now. I literally turn a lever and an entire rack is changed in water.
Yeah, you did it right. That's for sure.
Well, if you ever want to do water changes, I know a guy that has like 8 tanks and a couple ponds you can come do stuff on.
Do you pay in fish food?
If you want to eat the fish food while you're here, I'm not going to stop you.
He feeds you in fish food.
Let's see. Are you responding to Guppy Girl's question about what's our least favorite thing to do in the fish room?
Yeah, water changes.
I can't say that though. That's now it's too easy.
I love water changes. I'm a weird one. My least favorite thing would probably just be keeping everything clean, like the room.
Mine is
organized
and siphoning,
daily.
like gravel vacuuming. So even just siphoning off the bottom of the tanks, that's my least favorite thing.
Actually, culling.
That's no, I haven't
Culling is
got
my
there yet,
favorite
but I'm
thing.
sure I will agree with that.
Yeah, that is not a fun day. I've actually, so most in this tank down here, I've had probably 5 guppies with pretty bad bent spines and stuff. I just can't bring myself to put them down because they're still doing great. So I threw them in with the epistogrammas, and they're still doing well in there. So, but now I know there won't be any more fry from them if they do end up dropping babies, because the pistos will hopefully eat them, have a little bit of a baby guppy snack. Guppy Girl is not an apprentice, but she's got a great name, so good job on that. Jessica says, I've sucked up adult guppies, had to go scrape them off the porch where the water drains. Ooh, that's not a good day. That is not a good day. I've done that a couple times too, but that's why I always put a bucket at the end of my siphon line. What's the best way to maintain high pH? I use pH up right now, but it seems to drop, and I feel like I'm always chasing it. I would like it 8.6 or so. Any ideas? That's a really high pH.
That's extremely high. I gotta think about this. So I know in the
it depends on his standard one, right?
Because in the reef industry, people will raise. I mean, we're talking apples and oranges here, but I wonder. So in the reef industry, people will plumb an airline to their skimmer and actually run it outside to pull in that fresh air with the high O2, high CO2. So it's actually going to raise that pH. If you're going that high, you could potentially look into like a CO2 scrubber, but I have no idea how that's going to react on a freshwater tank. Then my other idea was if you could rig up an air pump where it's pulling air from outside, that may raise it. But again, I've never experimented with that to actually say that's going to work, because that is an extremely high pH.
Yeah, that is really. I feel like, let's say his actually Lefty put it in here too. Like if his out of tap is coming out at like 7.5, 7.8, he could do crushed coral to raise it up higher, and that would be a much more stable way of doing it. Yeah,
because that pH up, I think the pH up is another scam of the hobby. It's
just like that thing right, that tank. Carbon
block.
cube.
But it's still in there.
You know, I spent $25 on it. That's not like a small amount of money for a block of carbon.
You're gonna get your
I feel
use
like
out
I
of
just
that
want
thing?
to crush it up and put it like, yeah, I'm just going to use it. Like, it's not doing anything, but I'm going to use it. I don't know why that tank looks so clear. It's not actually that clear. All right, let's see. Crown Tail saying I missed out on fish food taste testing. Yep, you did. Michael's the only one who didn't get to try it. I ate some omega-1 color pellets, and Trent ate some of the spirulina flake.
I don't even know what it is, actually. That's the best part.
Yeah, Lefty supplied some mystery flake. So let's see. What else we got in here? Guppy Girl says, Guppy Guru, yes, I feel bad for the deformed guppies I have. I have a retired male and female tank for them and old fish. Yeah, that's a really good way to do it for sure. I just have a hard time kind of adding fish to a tank like that because there is still the potential for more fry. So if they're really old, I end up pulling them and separating them that way, and then just letting them kind of be by all females. Then they end up eating the babies anyway. So Lefty saying my tap comes out at 6.5. I use crushed coral and my tank maintains an 8.4. So yeah, exactly right there. So that'll be a good way for you. Who was it that was asking? Lav. There you go. Crushed coral. I think you can get crushed coral from the co-op, can't you?
Yes, you
They
can.
have big bags. Yeah, so you can get big bags from.
Sure. I think he only sells it in a pound bag. So you got to be able to find it somewhere else, because I know Corey bought 100 pounds of it for that 800 gallon at one point.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find it on the site here, and I can tell you how much it is too, Lav. I've got it as a favorited tab on my phone because I go there so much, which is great. Let's see here. What would that be under, you think? Water care?
Search
Yeah.
that.
1 pound bag crushed coral is $4.99. Or sorry, $3.99. So, and that's on the co-op. So you want to go get that, Lav. I'm not sure where you live, but that's really a good way to get it through the co-op. Lefty says PetSmart sells it 15-pound bags. There's another great option.
Yeah, that'd probably actually maybe a better overall cost comparison of it.
Yeah. But also, like, sometimes when you go to the big box stores, like something that you think would be like a really good quality of anything can sometimes be a lesser quality, like a bleached rock or something mixed into the crushed coral. You never know. Yeah, Lefty's saying it's $13 for 15 pounds at PetSmart. So even if it's half rock, you're still getting a good deal there. We got the Zen Ginger in the house. Good to see you, Zen. She's got a bunch of the bettas. I sent her, she bought, how many bettas did you buy, Zen? I think you got like 8 of them from me. 6 of them? She's got like 6 female bettas from me, which is awesome. So she's got quite a good array of the Candy Nemos. Oh, and Trent, are you going to let everyone know the name of the betta you have?
I guess, yeah. I still got to make that video on him. Now that I got him in his tank. So the front half is white, the back half is blue. So we recently watched the new Sonic movie, so I thought about naming him Sonic. Because he's sitting there just cruising around the tank all day long. So I think I'm going to name him Sonic. Primarily because he's half white and half blue.
It's a really good name for him. He is a gorgeous fish.
That's a throwback to my childhood.
Like there were 2 that came out. Like, yeah, got to throw some gold rings in the tank just to make it right.
I probably could figure something out.
Yeah, the Zen, she got 3 and then 5 more of the bettas. So she's got 8 of my male bettas in her sorority. So she got some good ones, which is awesome. And it's kind of great that like almost every single betta that I've sold, I like know whose house they're in. Like that's really cool because that's not many people can say that, you know. Let's see. Crowntail saying, Trent, you're a saltwater person. How long would you do mixing until you check salinity?
Okay, very limited knowledge of saltwater. I've had one in the past. I will have another one. That's actually going to be the only tank that's going to be out in the living room. We're just finishing the basement right now. But to actually mix it, I like to mix it. I mean, checking salinity. Let me put it this way: I mix for 24 hours. I do a mix of 24 hours before I actually put it into the tank. 4 to 5 hours, I think you may get a decent read on salinity, but I still give it a full 24 hours to mix up before I do anything with it.
All right, I'm gonna jump
My
in
brother's
here for
got
just
a big
second.
saltwater tank.
I'm gonna be a party pooper, and I'm gonna dip out of here because I'm barely keeping my eyes open.
You're good, dude.
But you know,
You're good,
so,
man. Yeah, I mean, we're hitting an hour and 45 minutes, so we can probably end it all at once while we're all together, if that's cool.
yeah, it's cool with me. Like I said, I'm getting to the point where I'm not gonna be able to sit here much longer. So
No, you're totally fine, man. It's
I would
late
love
for
to see
me. You
Paul
only slept like 2
camera.
hours. So. Yeah, just jump on over. So no, let's end it right now, and Michael gets some rest. He needs it. He's got a lot of stuff he's got working on. So I appreciate both of you guys, of course, as always. And then I appreciate every single person who's come into the chat today and hung out with us while we ate fish food and talked about everything under the sun. So if you rewatch this, just go back to whatever timestamps we were eating fish food at. The Zen Ginger, we did not eat any extreme fish food or rapashi because it said not to. We only ate foods that didn't say it. So we follow labels. So that's instructions. We read them. So I appreciate both of you guys for joining in today as well. And we're probably going to do it again next month. Next month it is on this guy's channel right here, right?
I think it's on mine.
yep, Trent.
Point
Oh, it's
down.
on yours? Okay, so on this guy's channel. It's on Wel-don Tanks next month. And it'll be in his fish room, which will be awesome.
But
So I appreciate everybody.
But I got the fish room done in time for this stream.
I know it looks good.
I did. You were cranking it, man.
This was kind of my deadline.
You're doing a great
As
job.
soon as we decided that tonight was the stream for you, I started cranking away at it.
What, you didn't want to stream without fish behind you?
No, after like a couple weeks of Michael razzing me, I can't count takes unless they have water in them. No, we got water in these.
Water and fish.
Fish. But no, good stream, guys.
Ginger says, I love it. Yeah. All right. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Love all of you guys.
See you guys.
And as always, be sure to spread that guppy love. We'll see you in the next one. I think it's done.
Yeah, it's still showing live on my end.